what's going on, everybody? So, on today's, I want to talk about something that is a hot topic as of late, which would be the black market event. So, if you don't know and you've been living under a rock for some reason, they they let everybody know what jet is going to be on the black market event on the 24th, and the jet of choice is going to be the one, the only JAS 39 Gripen, which is a light fighter. And I know on the trailer that it has currently on the metalstorm YouTube page, it shows the hit points at 190, level 1 base stats. I had watched a stream that Z-Man did, and I'll leave a link to that live stream that he did when he was talking to, I believe it was Jess, talking about the Gripen and some things that were incorrect with it. One was the hit points. The 190 apparently is the level 20 hit points. So that was a mistake on the trailer that they have there. Um, and he let some information, or he pretty much fine tuned some information, but not everything, of course, because he can't release everything, of course. But obviously the two images that they provided before they told everybody what the plane was going to be, they talked about that a little bit, thinking that, oh, were they just trolling the Metal Storm um, community? And they said not. It kind of was, but it wasn't a troll because the fact that everybody was asking, what it's going to be, trying to, dissect the images, thinking it's going to be I think one of them was a frog foot variant. Another one was, it was going to be like the ADV variant. So the reason why they did that though is because of the special ability that the Gripen has, which is the uh, the disguise, or the cloning, basically, type aspect of it, to where it can portray itself to be part of the enemy team when it truly isn't. So that kind of helps. It makes you want to have to pay attention to the enemy team as well as who's on your team. Um, and then for the loadout, it has two long range radar missiles, which is pretty cool. And also, it's kind of like the Dragon, the J-20, where you can look and shoot at any direction, pretty much. Um, the lock time for it is 1.8 seconds. And again, I believe this is all level 20 maxed out numbers, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but that's for the long range missiles, which is two of them. And then it also has two of the short range infrared, which is the lock time for those are 1.3 seconds. And the range for that is 2.8 kilometers. And then the range for the long range is 12 kilometers. So keep that in mind with those. So it's doesn't have a large loadout, which it shouldn't because it's a light fighter. But one thing that it does have, obviously the special ability is the disguise, and then the other thing that it does have is the fact of the agility that it has, which is, I believe, 41 degrees, which is faster than the F-16, which is the F-16, if I'm not mistaken, is about 40, I think, 39, 40 degrees. If I'm not mistaken, I probably am. Please correct me in the comments below. One thing that I'll be definitely doing would be, once when I get it to level 20, would be absolutely putting Daredevil turning on. because then whenever you max it out, I believe it's 20%, which would what they were saying in the live stream, what Z-Man was saying in the live stream, it'll put it at, I think, 48 to 49 degrees, which is crazy to think about, especially with how the agility is for the F-16 is really good. So the Gripen is going to be able to outmaneuver the F-16, depending on, of course, the pilot. And the hit points for the Gripen at level 20 is going to be the 190. Let's see. I have mine up because I want to kind of compare it, even though mine is at a level 13. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. So the hit points for level 13 is 163. And I believe this one maxes out at 200. So I think it's going to have 10 more hit points than the Gripen. So you'll get 10 hit points, but you don't have the turn rate. So I think the turn rate is about to be the same. I think it jumps up to 40 if I'm not mistaken. And that's without having the added mod for it. They did say that the passive ability, I believe they said, is backstab, but they didn't say exactly what it does. He wasn't able to disclose that. But what I'm thinking that it's going to be is that when you're in the disguise mode, and as soon as you start to cause damage, it's gonna give you a boost with damage. Now, I'm assuming it'll probably be with the cannons, so you'll be able to start off doing more damage with the cannons than you typically would if you weren't in the disguise mode. They didn't say how long the disguise mode lasts, but they did say that when you activate it, it'll turn off as soon as you shoot an opponent or you are shot by an opponent. So as soon as damage is caused, whether by you to the enemy or the enemy to you, that's when the disguise mode turns off. And I do believe that they said that it's, I think, about a 30-second cooldown at level 1, I believe. I'm probably mistaken, 20 or 30 seconds cooldown. So you can't be consistently just bam, 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 disguise. Because, I mean, that would break the game pretty much. So that is one thing to take into consideration and think of while you're playing it. And like I said before, in a couple of my other videos, I am going to get it right as soon as it drops. That's the reason why I was saving my aircraft tokens at the 595, because as a content creator, as a YouTuber, things like this excite me, because it's something new to the game. Nobody's played it unless they're in the test server or something. I don't even know if it's in the test server. I kind of doubt it, because then people would already been talking about it, whether they weren't supposed to or not. So more likely they weren't. It was probably just available for a very, very few people, which are probably working for metalstorm. So for us public people, being able to get it as soon as possible, so that way I can, one, do a video about it. And I believe if it's going to be like how the last black market was with the RAF, I believe it starts off at level 8, and build from there. So I do plan on doing that as much as possible on the Gripen. I don't think I'm going to be able to go too high with it, just for the fact of the coins that I have, just everything, because I've already spent a lot of it on purchasing blueprints for some of the airplanes that I have and bumping them up and getting them up and ready for higher levels. But regardless, I am excited to get it, to have it as soon as it drops. And we'll definitely see how that all works out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a live stream on Christmas Eve when it drops because of, one, it's Christmas Eve. Uh, my family, my wife's family, celebrates it on Christmas Eve, and we'll see if we're able to. We'll see if I'm able to do it. I mean, maybe I'll be able to live stream right as soon as I get it. I'm not sure. Um, I still don't know the exact time when it'll be available on Christmas Eve, but I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for it because I am very excited to play it and to see how it performs. They were talking about, I think, three different paints for it. So I think it's kind of like how the vegan was, how it does have the one that it came with. Now I don't know if it's going to come with one. The vegan came with a desert charger. I did purchase the epic F3R paint, the disruption with the it was like a purple pink color as opposed to the green one. The reason why is because I felt that a lot of people were going to go with the green one, and so I was just like, you know what? I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I want to go a little bit different. Now I have seen quite a few of these as well. So, but as for the paint jobs that are available for it, I believe it's supposed to be three of them. One would be like your typical camo type, which they do show in the trailer. They do show all three paints on the trailer. Um, so definitely check that out if you're interested in what the paint jobs they have for it. And the quick detail that they show. Just keep in mind that the stats are within level 20, I believe they said it was. Another one is kind of like was it like a black, blue, and gray one, which is pretty interesting. I'm trying to see what the other one is. I do have the YouTube video playing in the background right now while I'm recording this video. Trying to see what the other one was. Oh, okay, there it goes. The other one is like a lime green, black. Yeah, so like a neon green, black, white. That actually looks kind of cool. I like that one actually. So I might get that one. I don't know. We'll see what happens later on. Whenever I get the aircraft. Um, but I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what we got going on with it. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to have it to showcase it and see what we can get into. What kind of fun I can get into with it. I know this isn't the typical kind of video that I usually do, but just wanted to talk about it real quick. I know that there's other people that have dropped some trailers and stuff, or their thoughts and stuff on it. So I just wanted to showcase that, get my little 2 cents in. Take everything with a grain of salt until you actually see it in action. Talking about it is one thing, actually playing it and seeing how everything actually performs is entirely different. So just keep that in mind. And but yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. I'll probably see about doing another video. I'm not sure which aircraft I'm gonna want to do. And till next time, peace.